Kim Kardashian is someone the world has watched for years. Confident, composed, always in control. But on this particular day, that confidence felt fragile. There was a nervous energy in the air, the kind that settles in your chest when something truly matters. This wasn't about appearances or public image. This was about a dream she had been quietly, stubbornly chasing. Sitting with her family, she tried to keep things light. Small jokes passed around the room. Someone suggested a drink to calm the nerves. Kim shook her head. Her focus was elsewhere. In her hands was something deeply personal. Her late father's notebook, a symbol of why she started this journey in the first place. A reminder of legacy, discipline, and purpose. As the clock ticked past 5, reality crept closer. When she finally saw the result, there was a pause, disbelief. A quiet moment where the mind tries to bargain. Maybe it's wrong, maybe she misread it, maybe there's still hope. But the truth was unavoidable. She hadn't passed. Her voice broke before the tears came. This wasn't just disappointment. It was grief for the effort she had poured in. The late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices no one saw. Kim had pushed herself into unfamiliar territory, choosing discipline over comfort, study over ease. And in that moment, it all felt painfully heavy. Her family didn't hesitate. They moved closer, surrounding her with warmth and reassurance. But it was her son, Saint, who quietly stole the moment. He hugged her without saying much, offering the kind of comfort only a child can. Pure, unconditional, and grounding. In that embrace, the cameras faded away. She wasn't a celebrity or a public figure. She was just a mother who had given her all and come up short. Months earlier, Kim had walked into the exam room, knowing this challenge would test her in ways nothing else had. The California bar exam isn't just difficult, it's relentless. Hours of intense focus. Pages of legal theory, essays that demand clarity under pressure. She later described it as one of the most humbling experiences of her life. And as the exam went on, self-doubt crept in. By the final section, especially the essays, she felt it slipping. That nagging feeling that something wasn't clicking the way it should. The stress followed her home, lingered for weeks, and quietly haunted her until the results arrived. When she reviewed her scores, the picture became clearer. The essays had dragged her down, just as she feared. It hurt, but it also made sense. At the time, Kim was juggling more than most people ever would. Law studies alongside filming not one, but multiple television projects. Memorizing scripts while memorizing statutes. Switching between worlds that demand completely different parts of the brain. Even those closest to her acknowledged the pressure. Trying to do everything at once had taken a toll. Something had to give. Still, there was no bitterness in her response, only honesty. Kim didn't make excuses. She didn't hide the pain. She admitted the failure openly and allowed herself to feel it fully. But what stood out most was what came next. Determination. Falling short didn't crush her spirit. It sharpened it. She spoke about how badly she wanted this, how much it meant, and how this moment, painful as it was, only fueled her drive to try again. She understood now what needed to change. More focus, fewer distractions, a deeper commitment to the process. This wasn't her time, but she believed her time was coming. There was a quiet confidence beneath the tears, a belief that when she finally succeeds, the victory will be richer because of this setback. Because she stumbled, because she stood back up, Kim ended the moment not with defeat, but with resolve. She felt good about the future, not because it was easy, but because she knew she was capable of growth. Sometimes, the most powerful lessons don't come from winning. They come from failing in front of the world and choosing to keep going anyway. And for Kim Kardashian, this was never the end of the road. It was simply a pause before the next chapter.
For full video, click related link below or like and subscribe this channel.